What's up YouTube, this is Jason Undisputed, back here again, this time with another deck profile video. And judging by the intro of the video, you guys can already tell what deck is going to be. We are going to be doing a deck profile of my Blue Storm Supreme Dragon Glory Maelstrom deck profile. Glory Maelstrom is finally out with the release of these like BT06, and I'm super excited to do this deck profile video with you guys because I actually went first place at my local tournament with this deck. This deck is just insane. Glory Maelstrom is the card that Maelstrom needed to actually make it to competitive meta wise, because this card is just insane. Now with the release of Glory Maelstrom, Maelstrom has definitely increased in the ranks of the decks, and I actually, like I said, I actually came in first place with this deck at my locals tournament. If you don't believe me, you can check out my Twitter. I actually put the deck list there, and even the Bushinabi icon over there. You can check that out. I was third place in that picture, but if you see at the end of the tournament, the total score results, my score was the highest. So I was supposed to be the first place, but I don't know why the top owner didn't update the app at the end of the tournament. But yeah, that's how it is. So yeah. So let's start with the deck profile. So let's start with the Rideline. So Rideline, very simple. Our grade 0 Rio are running Eric, then grade 1 running Theo, the grade 2 running Algos, and of course the grade 3 Re1 Blue Storm Supreme Dragon Glory Maelstrom. So now the only thing that changed for the Rideline for my previous deck profile video is the grade 3, and of course the grade 3 is of course Soran Haryu Glory Maelstrom. So if you don't know what Glory Maelstrom does, basically continuous skill. If you have a Blue Storm Dragon Maelstrom on your rearguard circle or in your soul, your whole front row gets power plus 5k for each Blue Storm Armada card in your order zone. And this unit gets all of the Maelstrom's act ability. And then the second skill is, whenever your Blue Storm Dragon Maelstrom in its name attacks, it gets power plus 5k. The attack was the 4th or more battle. We choose an opponent rearguard and retire it and draw 1. So yeah, it has the OG Maelstrom skill, which is actually pretty strong. And the last skill, the card that what makes Glory Maelstrom Glory Maelstrom. Whenever a unit with Maelstrom attacks, you can choose to rest up to 2 Blue Storm Armada cards in your order zone. Make that unit attacking unable to be perfect guarded, which means your opponent cannot call Sentinel from hand onto Guardian Circle. This card is actually insane, very strong. So Glory Maelstrom, as you don't know, is the evolved form of Maelstrom, and yeah, now we're running him as a Rideline. We're not running the OG Maelstrom as a Rideline because one card that can shove the OG Maelstrom into your soul. But the good thing about him is he doesn't require you to have the Maelstrom in your soul. You can just call it to rearguard circle and he gets the ability of that Maelstrom as well, which is pretty short. And there's actually an insane combo of Glory Maelstrom. Is basically, if let's say you have a Maelstrom in your soul, you can use the Glorious effect, discard a card, call out the Maelstrom from your soul to rearguard circle, and then he gets the Restanding ability. Then since the Maelstrom that you called out is treated as a new unit, you can actually use the Glorious effect again that copies the rearguard Maelstrom as well. Because it's a new unit, you can actually discard another card from your hand and then call out another unit from your soul, which is actually pretty insane. That is pretty strong. So Glory being able to copy the first effect of Maelstrom, and then you can actually spam. So just by discarding 2 cards, you can actually call out 2 units from your soul, which is actually pretty insane. Very strong. So yeah, that is the Rideline. Now for the grade 3s, we are running, of course, 3 more Glory Maelstrom for Persona Ride, 4 Blue Storm Dragon Maelstrom, the OG one, and then 4 Blue Storm Armada Judgment Maelstrom order. So yeah, the grade 3, we just add in the Glory Maelstrom. And then we play 4 Maelstrom because Maelstrom is very important for the deck. This deck functions on having the Maelstrom. If you do not have the Maelstrom, this deck is basically vanilla. You can't do anything. But of course, there are ways to charge your Maelstrom, which is in the grade 2. So yeah, and of course, we have the FFR Maelstrom and then the secret Maelstrom, which I have for my previous deck profile video, and I still have it in my deck. Then for Judgment Maelstrom, so we are running 4 now because this card relies a lot on this card. This is your only Blue Storm Armada order right now, and it's a grade 3, which kind of sucks, but yeah, it's still a good card, allowing you to revive a unit for your drop zone. And then if you have multiple copies of this card in your order zone, you choose one of your units, it gets power plus 5k for each other order in your order zone. So yeah, very, very strong. And then there's something missing. What is that card that is missing, guys? Can you guys tell? We used to run it, we used to abuse it in Maelstrom. Can you guys guess what is it? Still can't guess it? Okay. Well, we are missing Inlet Pulse Dragon. Why so? Why has Inlet Pulse Dragon left the deck? Well, it's because this card replaces him. This is now your Inlet Pulse Dragon because Glory Maelstrom's second ability, whenever your Maelstrom attacks, it gets power plus 5k, and if it's the 4 form or better, you get to retire one and draw one. So that's even better than the Inlet Pulse, which at the end of the turn, move into your soul to draw one. Yes, it gives you a soul, which this deck actually needs soul right now. But if Glory's effect right now, Inlet Pulse, you can just forget about it. So yeah, and now we are just relying on Maelstrom on Rearguard Circle. So yeah, that's why. So that is the grade 3. Sad to say, Inlet Pulse has to go because I love Inlet Pulse to death. I have it since my BTO 4, but yeah, it has to go. So, sorry, Inlet Pulse. You'll come back in another Stokia deck soon. Alright. Now, for the grade 2s, we are running more now because we used to run only Tidal Assault. So now, grade 2s, we are running 4 Tidal Assaults, 4 copies of this new Tier Knight, and then 1 copy of our Regalious Feast, which is Twin Cast. So, the grade 2s, we used to only run Tidal Assault in this deck, but now we have a new card, which is this new Tier Knight. This card is actually, I think it's called Tier Knight Elicrinius or something like that. Yeah, this card is insane. Continuous. If your Vanguard has only 1 clan and it's Aqua Force, this unit is treated as Aqua Force, which is very important, which I still don't know why it doesn't make sense. Just make it an encounter card, but yeah, they decided to give that skill there, but yeah. Then, when this unit is placed on Rearguard Circle, you can check the top 7 cards of your deck. Then add 1 card with either Maelstrom or a Blue Storm Armada order card from among them to your hand. Then after that, put 1 card from your hand into your soul. One thing to take note, guys. If you check the top 7 cards of your deck, if you do not reveal anything, you are unable to put a card from your hand into your soul. So let's say, for example, I call this card, I check the top 7, I don't reveal anything, but I have the Maelstrom in my hand. I want to shove into the soul. I cannot because I did not reveal anything. So yeah, you take note of that. And his last skill is what makes it really, really strong. So basically, at the end of the battle, that this unit attack costs counter +1. If your Vanguard has its own Aqua Force and Maelstrom in name, you can switch positions with another Rearguard on your other Rearguard Circle. This is pretty insane. Basically, this card gives you an additional attack because this card, after it attacks counter +1, you can swap it with another unit on your Rearguard Circle, which is actually pretty strong. This card is so good. And yeah, you have to run 4 because this card lets you put your Maelstrom into your soul. You definitely have to run 4 of this. This card is the reason why this deck is so strong right now, because not only does it give you additional attack, it lets you make the deck even more consistent, which is actually pretty strong. So yeah, very strong. 4 copies and then 1 copy of Twin Cast. So why am I running Twin Cast? Because it's the only logical Regalious Beast you're gonna play in this deck, because every single turn, Maelstrom encourages you to play the Blue Storm Armada order card from your hand onto your order zone. So you can't really play any other orders. Yes, you can ask, what if I don't have the Blue Storm Armada to play? I can play other orders. But yes, correct. But most of the time, you are going to have this because this card searches for this as well. So you're going to definitely, most of the time, you're going to you're gonna be able to search it out. So yeah, that's why we running Twin Cast. And Twin Cast actually pretty good. It's a defensive card during your opponent's turn. You can actually banish it from your drop zone during your opponent's turn and choose your Vanguard. It gets power plus 5k for each grade of your Vanguard. So obviously your glory is only grade 3, so you're gonna get a 15k power boost. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, so yeah, that's why this card is actually pretty strong. And yeah, during your turn you can play it and then it gets power plus 10k. So yeah, pretty good. Yeah, that's how we run Twin Cast. There's the grade 2s. Now for the grade 1s, we are running, of course, 4 Wheel Assault, and then 4 Perfect Guards, of course 3 of the normal Perfect Guard and 1 Elementaria, then 2 copies of Trident, the counter charger, and then 4 copies of a brand new card from DZBTO6, Dancing Catalyst. So yeah, that's our grade 1, guys. So Wheel Assault, Perfect Guard, I don't have to explain why. Then Trident. Why am I still running Trident? Because this guy is another counter charger. Because this deck counter blasts a lot. Like really a lot. After this deck profile, I'm gonna show you a little combo video of how to do 7 attacks with this deck. Doing that 7 attack, you're gonna need a lot of counter blast. This deck can even do up to 8 attacks if it's possible, but yeah. So yeah, really expensive. So that's why I run 2 Trident, because this card actually sometimes does help me counter charge. Because sometimes if my opponent manages to survive my Persona right turn, I do not have counter blast. So that's why Trident is there to help me. Like the turn, my Persona right turn, I couldn't finish him off, but I can counter charge. So next turn, I can save the counter blast for the next turn, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's why I run Trident. Then 4 Dancing Catalyst. So why am I running Dancing Catalyst? Because it's so good. It's literally an energy recycler for Maelstrom or any future Stokeia encounter decks that doesn't have G-Zone. So yeah, that's why I'm running Dancing Catalyst. And his second skill is actually pretty good. You can banish him from your drops, 2 copies of this from your drop zone, then counter charge 1. So it's another counter charger. That's why we have a total of 4 counter charges, because this one you have to bind 2. So that's 1 counter charge and then another 2 for another counter charge, and then we have 2 Trident for another 2 more counter charge. So that's basically a 4 counter charge. For the first skill of Dancing Catalyst, after I discarded him for riding to pay 3 energy to draw 1, I didn't realize the first skill actually says during your main phase or your right phase, if you discard this card, you can pay a 3 energy and draw 1. So I was using Glory Maelstrom skill to ditch a card to call something for my soul. I ditched Dancing Catalyst, but I didn't use his skill because I thought Dancing Catalyst was only doing the right phase. So yeah, do take note of that, guys. It's main phase and right phase as well. Don't be stupid like me. At the end of the day, I still won that tournament. I don't know how. So yeah, right, that is my grade 1s. Now let's go to the grade 0s. So for grade 0 is very simple. We are running 8 critical triggers and 4 effect, and then 3 of this, and then 1 of this. If I had 1 more of this, I will play 1 more, but I don't have it. But it doesn't really matter anymore. The reason why I'm playing this if you watch my previous deck profile video, is because it's a tier dragon. So yeah, in the past, tier dragons are very important because we don't want to miss the algos on right skill. So but now it doesn't matter because we got more tier dragons and more Aqua Force units to call now, so it doesn't really matter. But if you're still scared, you can just play 4 of these tier dragon critical trigger, but yeah, it doesn't really matter to me now. And then 3 copies of draws, the effect draws, 4 heals, and lastly 1 OT. We are playing the purple OT. So why am I playing the purple OT? Well, basically purple OT gives you an additional attack, plus it lets you heal. The heal is guaranteed, unlike the Stokeia over trigger where if you dry check it, by the normal heal trigger effects. While this card is a guarantee heal. You can literally look at all cards in your damage zone, put 1 card from among them to your hand, and then call out a unit from your hand onto your regular circle. And then that unit gets power plus 10k until the end of turn. It doesn't have to be the card that you added back to hand, so that's why I'm running the purple OT. So this card actually saved me a lot of times because sometimes I have the Maelstrom in my damage zone, then I drive check this, I just call out the Maelstrom, then the Maelstrom will get an additional 5k and lets me draw one and retire one, because my Vanguard attack is normally at 4th battle or more. So yeah, that's why I'm running the purple OT. You don't have to agree with me, but for me, I just run a purple OT because I can get to heal. It's a guaranteed heal no matter what. That's why I run the purple OT. So yeah, that's my triggers. That is the deck profile of my Glory Maelstrom deck, guys. Hope you guys enjoy. So now let's move on to the combo part of the video, how we are going to do 7 attacks with this deck. So be right back. Alright guys, we are back. So this is the combo part of the video. So I'm just gonna show you how to do 7 attacks with this deck and how big the power of this deck is during a Persona Ride. So yeah, so let's say this is our hand and we are now at turn 4. Yeah, turn 4 where we Persona Ride. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to Persona Ride into the Glory Maelstrom. Then our whole front row will gain 10k. So I'm just going to take the power counter over here. I don't have much of it, so I'm just going to take it over here. So now we have all our front row will gain power plus 10k. But since we have the Maelstrom into the soul, for example, we have a Maelstrom in the soul, our whole front row will gain an extra 5 because of the Glory skill. So now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to ditch a card from my hand to call out the Maelstrom from our soul. Then after that, that Maelstrom will gain the restanding ability because of Glory Maelstrom. So yeah, that is one of the combos. Then I'm going to play another Judgment Maelstrom, calling out the Tidal if we have a Tidal or any other Aquaforce unit from our drop zone. But I have the Tidal over here. I'm gonna call it the Tidal for drop zone. Then since we have another order, we're gonna give it power plus 5k. Tidal is gonna gain an additional 10k. We're just gonna give it like here. Then since we have another Blue Storm Armada in the order zone, give another additional 5k. We're just gonna put it like this. Our whole front row is going to gain 20k power instead because of Glory Maelstrom's Persona Ride and then Glory Maelstrom's skill with Maelstrom Auriga Circle, and we have two. Since now we have 2 Blue Storm Armada orders in the order zone, we are gaining an extra 5k. So that's a total of 20k power in the front row. Can you imagine that? Then after that, we're gonna call out this grade 2 right here for the brand new tier Knight. Then use your skill check for 7. If let's say I have a Maelstrom in hand, you can put it from Maelstrom into the soul. Then you can discard 1 to call out the Maelstrom. So we're just gonna do that right now. Then now we're going to attack. So let's say our Maelstrom attacks this first battle. Cost counter blast 1, restand. So that's 1 counter blast used already. Then Maelstrom will gain an additional 5k. So making him 38k on the first swing. That is insane. Then next, that is the first battle after Maelstrom attacks. Tidal will attack. Then using his skill, Soul Blast 1, you can pay a Soul Blast of 1. Giving your Vanguard power plus 5k additional. So Glory is gonna gain an additional 5k from Tidal's effect. Then Tidal's skill counter blast 1 restand, that's total of 2 counter blasts used. Then since the second attack he restands, then second attack using skill again, Soul Blast 1, giving Glory another additional 5k. So now Glory has plus 10k additional. Guarantee guys, Tidal Assault now is 35k on its own because of Glory Maelstrom and the Persona Ride and the Blue Storm Armada 5k, which is pretty insane. 35k, that is a 25k to guard. Now we are going to boost with the Wheel Assault and Glory Maelstrom is going to attack. That is our 4th battle. So yeah, then you can use the Glory's effect to rest 2 of your Blue Storm Armada orders to make sure your opponent is unable to perfect guard this attack, which is actually pretty strong. And let's count Glory Maelstrom's power, shall we? We have 10k from Tidal, we have 20k from the Persona Ride and the Glory Maelstrom's ability, and 13k plus 8, that's 21. 21 plus 30k, that is 51k power. Unable to be perfect guarded. That is pretty crazy. It's not Blankmeyer power crazy, but still, you will just attack your opponent 3 times And then now your fourth attack is going for 51k, unable to be perfect guarded. That is pretty crazy. Let's say we get drive check triggers, we get a critical trigger. We're gonna give the trigger power to the Maelstrom at the back, or you want to give it to the front, it's up to you. We're gonna use Glory Maelstrom skill, Soul Blasting one. Will Assault skill to Soul Blast one. Then swap positions with another rear guard on the rear guard circle, just like that. So now your tier 9 Alchemist has popped in front, and with the Persona Ride and Glory Maelstrom skill, he is gaining the 20k power. That is crazy. So making here a 30k power, that is insane. Then we're gonna swing with the Alchemy first, 30k to a 13k if your opponent doesn't hit the trigger. So that's a 20k guard. Then after that, counter blast one using his skill, swap positions with the Maelstrom at the back row. That is our 5th attack. Now we are going for our 6th attack with this Maelstrom attack. Then using Glory skill, giving him an additional 5k as well, so that will make him a 38k. Since we got the trigger right, we're gonna make him a 48k. That is pretty insane. That is amazing with 2 critical. That is crazy. And then we can use the last Maelstrom attack and he's gonna gain an additional 5k, so making him a 43k and power. And then best part, since your Maelstorm's attacks, you can retire rear guard and draw one. So that's basically retire 2 rear guards and draw 2 cards. 7 attacks with big power. Can you imagine that, guys? And a single attack needs to be guarded with at least 20k or 25k. The smallest attack I hit just now was with this card, which is only 30k. If I had a trigger, I gave it to him, it'll be 40k. That's a 30k guard. That's insane. So yeah, that is the combo of 7 attack, guys. But do take note of that. That was a total of 3 counter blasts. We counter blast using Glory skill to call out the Maelstrom withstanding skill. First attack withstand. Then we counter blast using Tidal. Then we counter blast using this. So there's a total of 3 counter blasts. That's pretty expensive to do 7 attacks, so do take note of that. But is it worth it? Definitely. 7 attacks, big ass power, and your Vanguard or any of your rear guard Maelstrom is unable to be perfect guarded. That is crazy strong. That is the power of Maelstrom, guys. So that is a 7 attack combo, guys. Let's move on to 8 attack combos, guys. Shall we? For the 8th attack combo, we need a total of 5 counter blasts. Yes, you heard right, guys. 5 counter blasts, and we need Glory's effect to call out the Tidal Assault from our soul. So you might be asking, how are you gonna put the Tidal Assault into your soul? Very simple. Relies on luck already. You need to call this card. Check the top 7. That if you review a Maelstrom or Blue Song Armada edit your hand, then you can, if you have a Tidal Assault in your hand, you can shove the Tidal Assault into your soul. Then your Glory Maelstrom will be able to call the Tidal Assault from your soul every single turn, because it's in your soul now. There's no way your opponent can get rid of it unless you're playing against Prison, of course. Prisons forces you to put cards from your soul into your prison. But other than that, no other decks can force you to Soul Blast the Tidal Assault. So yeah. So we use the Glory's effect to call out the Tidal Assault from our soul. Now the Tidal Assault is going to have the on first attack counter blast on to restand. So Tidal Assault alone will have 3 attacks. And then if let's say we play the Blue Storm Armada to call any of these other rear guards, we can choose a unit plus 5k. We're going to give Tidal Assault 5k, so making him a 35k on his own. That is pretty insane. So now, first attack, Tidal Assault attacks. If you want, you can use your skill to Soul Blast 1 to give your Glory at a 5k power. Then since first attack, counter blast 1, restand. That is a, by the way, guys, that's a total of 35k. If you Persona Ride, basically. If you Persona Ride, it's 35k. Then second attack, skill, Soul Blast again. So giving your Glory an additional 10k. So second attack, then counter blast, restand again. So that's a total of 2 attacks already. Now third attack, skill, Soul Blast again, giving your Glory an additional 5k, making your Glory Now on its own 48,000. That's pretty big. So Tidal Assault has finished attacking. Now Glory will attack for 48k. You can use his skill resting the 2 orders to make it unable to be perfect guarded. Then Twin Drive, let's say we get a trigger, we get a critical trigger. I'm gonna give the effects all to here. Now that is our 4th attack. Now 5th attack. Counter Blast 1. Swapping. So that's a total of since we got a trigger, right? That's a total of 40,000 already. Then that's a 30k guard. After that, attack Counter Blast 1. Swap positions with one of your other ray guard. So now we're gonna swap to this. Then this servo unit will attack again. Then Counter Blast 1. Swap positions with the one behind our Glory. That's a 30k power by the way. Then now the 7th attack, there's the same thing, 30k power again. Then after the attack, Counter Blast 1 again to swap the Maelstrom in front. Then 5th attack, and it's Glory skill giving 5k, and since it's a 4 for more battle, retire an opponent's rear guard to draw 1. This is hitting for 38k. So, you just witnessed 8 attacks, 5 CB. Let me ask you a question, guys. Which standard deck can do 8 attacks? Ask yourself that question without over trigger. I don't even think Flagbird can even do 8 attacks. I think Flagbird is like what, 7, 6? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, guys, because I haven't played Flagbird in a while. I gave up on Flagbird for a while now, so I'm not sure. But Maelstrom being able to do 8 or 7 attacks, that is crazy. This combo is a little far-fetched because you need 5 counter blasts, but if you do pull it off, and if your opponent doesn't damage check a trigger, you are winning the game. That's a fact. Because 8 attacks, minimum guard 20k to guard without a trigger. That's crazy. You do the math, guys. It's my deck profile of the Glory Maelstrom deck, guys. Hope you guys enjoy. What do you think of the deck, guys? Do you think I need to improve on something? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? I would love to hear your comments down below, guys, because I love this deck to death, man. It's literally my favorite deck to play right now. And I dare say, this is the strongest encounter deck we have gotten right now. It's not the strongest deck right now, because we still have Razaya, we still have Vanguard, we still have Levidras running around. But I feel like Glory Maelstrom has the potential to actually overtake them in the future. But who knows? I might be wrong. Comment down below, guys, if you think I'm wrong. But yeah, I find this deck is actually pretty insane. So yeah, that's all for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you do like what you see, please do leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more. If you do not have social media right now, you can follow me on the description box down below. So yeah, that's all for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Jason Undisputed signing off. Glorious.